Sonic Adventure 2 has always been a mostly loved game in the Sonic community. In millions, that's completely reasonable. The game perfectly captured its character's personality and plot point from the first adventure, mixed with an amazing mix of speed and platforming for Sonic and Shadow. Fun but quite boring mixed stages with Eggman and Tails, and an exciting and thrilling treasure hunting experience for Knuckles and Rouge, as well as having a great rush of levels and bosses, especially the Sonic and Shadow bosses. But even with all that, I still don't think this game is a perfect 10 or even an 8. For me, Adventure 1 is the better game and a solid 9 out of 10. Also, Adventure 2 is a solid 7.5. But one thing that I can always agree on with other Sonic fans is the fact that the opening level in the Hero Story is the best opening level throughout the 3D Sonic games, while Green Hill is the greatest opening level in 2D Sonic. See why Green Hill is still great for more in-depth explanation. Anyway, that's why today I want to go through the best and worst of Sea Escape as a tutorial and opening level. The level teaches the player the basics that will be used for basically all the Sonic and Shadow stages. The only thing it doesn't teach the player is the upgrade Sonic and Shadow get throughout the game. The game teaches the player about the rail grinding, which is the first time we've seen it in the franchise, even though sometimes it can be a bit finicky in the level, since if you don't get on a certain point, it can be really hard to get on them, and jumping onto other sets of rails can be a bit tricky. The level teaches the player about the tricks. The level literally opens with a 30-second segment that has some ramps that if you jump off at the right time, you can get a huge amount of bonus points. Obviously, the ramps aren't in every level, and some each rails or jumping onto a different handle on the rocket. The level also teaches the player about how many set pieces are in Sonic Adventure 2. Near the end, a gun truck blasts through a building and starts chasing Sonic down. And if you slow down, you better hope he rings. It shows the player that anything can happen and to stay on their toes throughout the game. One final thing that the level teaches the player is about the new ranking system. While in Sonic Adventure 1 the ranking system was based on if you did a certain mission in a certain level, Sonic Adventure 2 the ranking system is based on the score you end the level with and encourages players to come back to early levels later on with all your power-ups to get the A rank. Yeah, there's no S rank, which wasn't introduced into a 3D game until Sonic 06. Also, if you're lucky, you could learn about the Golden Beetle and get a huge amount of points. Something I really like about City Escape is the platforming. Although there isn't much platforming in this level, the few bits of platforming there is always has a nice way to escape it, either with homing attacking enemies, putting a ring capsule to cross the areas. The level, in my opinion, focuses mainly on speed rather than platforming, which I personally like. The level has a perfect speed balance, and Sonic just feels really nice. The spin dash isn't powered already pathetic. Anyway, that's all for the best things about the level. Let's move on to the controls can be a bit janky, especially the ramps at the start. The camera angles can be quite bad, but mostly do their job. The enemies can feel a bit cheap, and there is a bit of popping throughout, but hey, that isn't that big of a deal because it's a game from 2001 and a Sega Dreamcast, which is now over like 26 years old, so the spin dash is never meant to be used, which doesn't teach the player knowing how to use it, or some new players might even not know it's even there for most of the game, especially if they don't have the manual and never played the Sonic game. Also, I'll be the first to say the music is very, very overrated and it's really cringy. Like, it's not that good. It's not. I don't know if this is like a really unpopular opinion, but it's not that bad. It's not that good. And finally, the level with the birthplace of Omochao, the Devil Incarnate. Even though it involves negatives, the positives outweigh them by a ton. This doesn't really affect the gameplay too much, except maybe the camera angles, which can be quite annoying and frustrating and can make you lose on A rank. With that said, thank you all so much for watching and listening to me ramble on about a level that has already been praised and moving back. I know this video was quite short, but that's because this level has been praised too much, I didn't have much to say. I love this level, it makes an amazing introduction to the game's speed gameplay. Anyway, have an amazing day, and goodbye.